Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? I am D-Man from D-Man Productions here, and I know it's been a while since I posted anything, but I really don't have anything to post. I was trying to post something, but then I didn't. But maybe in the future, I'll post more build-related things and stuff that I built once I start building more things. But I am almost finished another build after this. Basically, what this is the behind the scenes slash making of my 300th video spectacular thing on the D-Man 271, that channel. My main channel. My main homie. Alright, but basically I made a parkour map for it, and I'm showing you guys now the behind the scenes slash making of that video. Alright. Or not video, I guess, the map itself. So I started off here. This is for the newest snapshot, so this is polished granite right here. So it is for a large majority of the build. And also, guys, just to know that the making of is actually going to be coming at the end of this video, and it's just going to be a sped up version of showing you most of the build. I think for some of it I wasn't recording, but for most of it I was, so I'm just going to show a speed up version of that. But for right now, we're just going to go to the behind the scenes, right? Alright, so basically we have right here is just most of it's made out of granite. We have some nether brick fences here because I thought that kind of complemented it nicely with the kind of, you know, reddish scheme they kind of both give off, or reddish brownish scheme. Then you come down here onto some slime blocks. This is actually what inspired me to make the parkour map, is because the heck, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. There was some weird stuff going on. But basically, like, this is what inspired me to make this, was because of, like, I thought, like, what would, like, parkour be like if we use more, like, slime blocks integration to it. So even though it's not a large majority of the map, it is kind of the inspiration for it. And the god darn rain, I don't think I do. No, I don't. Because I need to do this. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, but basically right here was supposed to, it started off like a really easy parkour map. Like, basically you just jump here. You can't really miss this without being, like, terrible like I am, so I guess I could miss pretty easily. And then you go here, and, you know, you get this, like, this sandbox. I really like them. I think they're probably the, like, best part of the map, even though they're not, like, even a great deal into it. But, like, basically you bounce on it, and, you know, you hop, because when you jump from there, if you actually make it, like I didn't, you hop onto here, and you get 1 second of jump boost. You get onto here, and this sets your spawn, although I haven't had the best of luck with them working. And I wanted to make it a little bit harder because I realized, like, it is kind of easy, and I wanted to make it somewhat challenging, so I put some fences here, and if you miss, you fall to your doom, even though there's water down there, so you might actually not die. And then I did some ladder parkour, because for me it was really hard. I actually do kind of have a technique down, and this actually probably is really easy for the more experienced parkoursmen. But for me it was kind of hard, and ladder parkour still isn't one of my best strategies. Or not strategy, parkour highlights. I mean, I'm not that great, but then over here we have this other jump, which you just hop. It's actually kind of it's surprising how easy it is, because to me it looks like a lot, god dang it, looks like a lot harder of a jump than it actually is, but you actually can land it pretty easily. God darn it. Alright, and then you jump from there to there to here, and you get the speed boost. Now this speed boost came out of another map, which I will eventually finish. I'm actually really close. It's an adventure map, and I'm actually really close to completing it. And I put those gaps in there because I realized it's really easy to win if there's no like real challenge to this, because you can always shift. And this is where the hard part is. You can make that. I know. Oh, you have to be. See, the thing is, you have to be sprinting. Like, you can't just be running. You literally have to sprint to make that jump. And that's the thing I always forget to do, is you actually have to sprint in order to make it. And then you hop off of this, and you boing, and then you go onto this thing. Or if you don't, you just fall like me. But yeah, the sprint part, the fast part, was actually inspired to me by the other map that I had, which will be coming out shortly. I just have to do a few more things for it. And like, you just go really fast, and it's super fun, and I like it. I think the first half of this map is probably the more enjoyable part, for me anyways. And then basically you get here, you have some of these, which is, I always found kind of hard, or at least it looked kind of hard, because especially these jumps, because these are like super thin, so you really have to get it on point. And then you jump from there. You get some door parkour, which is actually, I think you're supposed to be like that, yeah. And then this is supposed to go like that, yeah. And then this is actually, now if you guys downloaded the map, these actually might all be down for you, like, or up, rather. And they're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be down like this. But this is actually inspired to me by I think Bodo40 created like a map that used the doors, and that was the first time I'd ever seen it, and I thought, wow, that's actually kind of cool, and I wanted to put that into this, and I did. So there it is. You got some pretty easy jumps here, because I figured that's kind of harder of jumps, and I kind of wanted to give you a break, so I just gave some easy jumps. Jump down to here. This teleports you to here, which, if you guys actually have a decent render distance, you could see it from there, which was actually not the case. I actually originally started making it somewhere around, if the chunks decide to load, somewhere around, yeah, here we go, here it is. I started making it around here, but there was a lot of water here, so as you can see, I tried to get the water out with sponges, right, that soak up the water in the new snapshot. So I tried to get a lot of them and soak up all the water. It took forever, and by the time it was done, I was like, you know what, I don't want to use this area anymore. So instead, I gave myself a lot more work, and so I started looking around for a desert, because I just kind of wanted to wall a desert off, but I couldn't find one. So, and I didn't want to go too far that I would like lose track of where I was from there. So I basically, hold on, sorry, I didn't want to lose track of where I was. So I got you'll guys see this in the making of, but I don't know if you guys might not have noticed this in the video, but this is actually just, this is completely man-made. None of this is none of that is natural. Only this stuff, and basically, I wanted to do cactus parkour, and you obviously can't do that on grass. It just doesn't make sense. And then like I got this all made out, and I was like completely tired of it. By the time it was done, because I had already done that stuff over there. I was looking around for a desert, and I couldn't find one. I got super frustrated, so I was just like, screw it, and I kind of threw this together. It actually came out kind of nice, but what I should have done is I should have raised this up more so you really can't see it, but that was actually why I added the blindness effect that you get when you step on this pressure plate, so that way you wouldn't notice that it's actually right next to a plains biome, and I thought that was kind of a clever way of sneaking out of it. But either way, I was still kind of Sorry about that. What I was saying was I was like completely done with like all of making this, because if you guys see in the making video, I just took an efficiency 5 shovel, put myself in survival mode, and actually, because that's faster, believe it or not, than just hitting it in creative. So I just got a diamond efficiency 5 shovel. I put myself in survival, and there was like a whole, see that hill right there? Yeah, that basically extended all the way to like basically this whole thing, because that part was part of it too. And I needed to get it down to this level, so or actually a level lower than that, I had to get it down to there. And so I literally just ran through a bunch of times, just lines and lines of me running. I also gave myself speed times 10, so I just ran through like this all the time, and then it was above me, so I had to do it over there. And then I filled it all in sand. Made a nice little hill here to make it look more natural. And then I made a cactus parkour, which is actually really short. Probably the shortest part of the map, but it took the longest to build. Actually, the second shortest part of the map. It took the longest to build, and I was so relieved that I was finished, but it took so much energy out of me that I really crappily threw this one together, because I should have made this a lot longer, and I had a lot of ideas for it. But when I finished that, I was like completely done, and I needed to get this video out. And I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. So I basically just threw this little lava part together, because I wanted to have it in there, and I feel like it's a good exit, because it's actually probably one of the hardest jumps to make on the map. But as you can see, if you are in survival, it'll set your spawn point here, or at least I hope so. I mean, it hasn't worked for me in the past, but I hope so. Alright, and then you get this, and I can fix this if you guys watch the original video. That comes out like later than it should. I did fix that right afterwards, and it comes out basically as soon as you step on the pressure plate. Now, this is actually really hard, but it is a lot more possible now. But I'm still not gonna try and do it, because I am terrible at it. But if I could go in here, that would be grand. Alright, here we go. And then you get the exit area, the final area, which I decided to make out of polished granite again, because I thought I started with it, I would end with it, and this should be a lot better. I had a huge idea of just shooting like fireworks off and doing all this really cool stuff, but when it came down to it, I was like so tired from doing all this stuff, and I really needed to get the video out as soon as possible. So I was like, alright, god dang it, Rain, go screw somebody else, not me though. I was like, you know what, I just gotta finish it. So you got a brick, and you can beat up your friends with it. And my phone is ringing, that's cool. But yeah, that's really it, I think. Like, I wish I had made this better than it was, but I really didn't have the time. I think for what it is, it's pretty good. I mean, remember, keep this in mind, this is over the span of probably even less than 2 days. It took like, I took like 8 hours straight of just non-stop building for this, and I think it turned out pretty good for the quickness I had for it. It's really only about, like, if you are good at parkour, it'll probably take 10-15 minutes, maybe even less, for you to finish this, but I think it's still enjoyable, and I think it was a good way to celebrate 300 videos. But now, I'm going to show you guys the making of the brutal is what I was actually looking for. Brutalness of making this specifically. This was, making this whole desert area, since it's like I said, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it actually is surrounded by plains. This is all created by man. It took a while, especially even so building the hills. Since sand falls, it's not like there's one layer. There are 2 layers of sand, technically 3 if you count the ground, or 4 if you count this thing, of sand for this, because I couldn't just, make an air gap, because it's sand, it'll fall. But, hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Probably cut that out of the video. But yeah. So, basically, this is still recording. Alright, we're good. This was like the hardest part of the map to make. I could literally not tell you how hard this was, because this was like, I couldn't just make it like I was saying, I can't even remember where I was. But basically, I couldn't make it like, have an air gap between them, because the sand is obviously it's gonna fall, it's gonna obey gravity. So I had to fill all this in to make this little hill here, which you really, you really don't see once you get the blindness effect. So, like, you really don't see it at all, but for the sake of me, for the looks, I decided to do it, and I actually think it turned out kind of good for what it's worth. I could have done better, I'm not gonna lie, but I think it was pretty cool nonetheless. Also, no, I should actually build it higher. I didn't notice that this hill was right here, but I probably should have built the wall higher, but whatever, it's too late now. But now you guys are I'm gonna show you guys the making of, where you get to see the brutalness, there it is, there's the word, that it took to make this build in a very sped up fashion, and you guys get to listen to some nice tunes on the way there. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.